my name is Natalia and welcome back to my channel. Have you ever had a really good week in general, but you still feel like you're out of it and you can't seem to like find yourself, or there's something off there and you don't know what to do? Well, that was me this week. And then luckily I came across a person that reminded me that humans have a tendency to have a negative bias. So what that means is that we tend to remember the negative things more than the good ones, and that's just out of like survival. Just that our brain can't really differentiate between the like not so life-threatening things between like the like just a little inconvenient things, and so it kind of turns it into a whole catastrophe, let's say. I remembered then that I used to have a gratitude journal. In it I would write every single thing that I was grateful about before I went to bed. Who knows what I was on, because I don't do that anymore. And then I don't know, like what 13-year-old remembers to do that? Like I think that's just, I don't know what I was on. Maybe I just read too many self-help books, I don't know. However, I do think they help. Now that I don't do that as often, I can definitely see the difference between when I used to do it and when I don't. And then I think it's something I need to bring back into my life. So let me tell you first why I want to do it and what the difference that I felt in my life was. I think one of the main things that it helped me with was that when bad things happen, not like bad as in life-threatening things, as in very minuscule, very insignificant, negative, or inconvenient things, I don't remember them as much as the good things. And I think it's because I've trained my brain to remember the good things that have happened, or at least more than now, to remember more the good things that happened and like hang on to those rather than the not so positive ones. Another thing that I think I have benefited from by doing that is that I think I am really good at finding the good in things and in people. Like if you ask me to look for the good in a situation, I usually can. And it's not like a very hard thing for it. Like it's almost like an instinct to like look for the good thing. And I think that's because I've trained my brain to do that with like a gratitude journal. However, since I haven't been doing that for a while, I think I'm not that good at it anymore. And sometimes I get caught up in my head and I start overthinking. And I think that's something that it's not only unique to me, but it's something that a lot of people deal with. And I want to just invite you to have a gratitude journal, and or even not just that, but like take a moment out of the day and sit down and list all the good things that you can think about, or just think of like happy things, and like let your like brain do its thing. There is a video that I watched. It's like a 1-minute video where they talk about, here, let me say, the science of gratitude. They talk about the science of gratitude. I'm going to put it up here so you can watch it. It's 1 minute out of your life, and I'll tell you all the great things about being grateful. Now, I didn't come here to yap about how gratitude is amazing. That's not what I want to do. What I wanted to do is tell you about my weekend. Well, in my weekend, I was like not having it for some reason, and I decided that I would try my best to look for the good things. It turns out it was like one of the most amazing, magical weekends ever. And I did vlog a little bit of it, so I'm going to tell you about it and then show you some of the clips, because my vlogging wasn't like super consistent. First, on Saturday, we went to Idlewild. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for?
I am grateful for you.
I'm gonna send you on the phone. Hello everyone. I'm grateful for you, for family. I have snow in my jacket. Okay. For my family, for nature, because then I usually spend time in nature, but it's nice to look at nature every once in a while, especially when there's no insects. But it's a great time. It's a great time to be alive. Yes, that's it.
Dale un besito. Eat it.
On Sunday, we got our little Princess Ella. This is her little bed with her stuffies, and then we're gonna have a basket right there with all the stuff that she needs. Hola. Preciosa. She's so shaky. Anyway, so as hard as it is sometimes to just sit down and think about all the great things, I think if I hadn't been trying to look for the great things, I would have missed out on the wonderful things that I just lived this weekend. And I think that applies to everything. That applies to, like, I know that was a really crazy weekend, and not every weekend is like that. Most weekends are just super calm and regular and normal, and that was like an extraordinary weekend. But I think if I didn't set myself up to think about great things, I wouldn't have been as present as I was. And I definitely think I could have been a little more present, but I think it's also a process. And so I've been trying to also, just for your information also, because I want this video to give you a little more added value, here are some of the things that I've looked up that I learned about gratitude. And so there's 4 A's to gratitude. There's appreciation, acknowledgement, admiration, and attention. And so if we really take down, when it's really hard to think about good things and we're like caught up in like overthinking and stuff, I think it's great to just sit down for a second. It literally takes 1 minute. Sit down and just look around you, like picture where you're at, like understand that we're not living here, we're living out here, and then think about the good things that there are to this moment, because I think that will help your mood. It will make you look at things differently, maybe more positively, and like help you see things in a different light, in a more problem solving energy, you know. And so anyway, that's what I wanted to share. It was a great weekend, and I'm so happy that I got to spend it with someone I love so much, like my boyfriend. And now Ella as in like Ella Fitzgerald, because we're jazz lovers here. So I'm gonna be using my little Peppa journal that I showed you the other video. I'm gonna write things down when I feel like there's too much going on here, so I can put it on here. And then I'm gonna make a list of all the reasons why I'm grateful, so that I can train my brain to be super happy and healthy and positive and more like a problem solver instead of like drowning in problems. I hope you have a good day, and a short video but straight to the point. Thank you so much. See you soon.